My
Okay,
permission.
thank you. All right, so we should be good to go. So, um, basically, we're 11th graders at a science and tech-based high school in the U.S., and we're trying to research the healthcare system in Nigeria to build a deeper understanding of the workings of like the more unseen side to because most of these sources on the internet are either very biased or inaccurate. We're trying to publish a research paper on this topic. Again, thank you for your participation in the interview. And regarding the incentives, I will contact you after the call to get that all sorted out. And yeah, we have also, I'll ask them. Yeah. All right. Chatham is going to go ahead with some preface questions. These questions are optional if you don't feel comfortable answering them.
Yeah, just let us know and we'll skip them. Just making sure. Can you hear us?
I can hear you. I can hear you. Continue.
Okay. So, what region of Nigeria do you live in?
What region? Region. What do you say?
What region of Nigeria do you live in?
Okay. This is the southeast region. Southeast region.
Okay.
No.
So,
And then, if you don't feel comfortable giving us your age, you can give us a range. Around what age are you?
Okay, 20 to 25.
Okay. How much do you trust healthcare in Nigeria on a scale from 1 to 10?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I would say 4. Or
A
let me
4?
say 5. Let me say 5.
5?
Yes.
Okay.
They just average. Yes.
Okay. Do you have any family or children that you live with?
I'm in school. I'm a student right now, so I live with my roommates. Yes.
Okay.
So,
and is your community that you live in rural, urban? What type of community?
I think bro lagged out.
eh? What is?
Did you hear my question?
Yes, repeat your question.
What type of community you live in? Is it rural, urban?
Oh, I live in an urban area.
Urban?
Urban.
Okay. Thank you. And then you said you're a student, right? That's your main occupation? Or do you have a job inside of school or while attending?
I'm a student as main occupation. Then, as a side, I develop Android applications. Like, do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I understand.
Okay, yes, that's it.
Derek, you want to start on the informational questions?
Sure. So our first informational question we have about is so just tell us like a brief overview of your experience with like healthcare and stuff in Nigeria.
Okay. So, where will I start? No, this is a very broad question, but I will start. My experience with Nigerian healthcare system hasn't been positive based on right now I'm studying a medical course in my school. So, the few times I've gotten ill, and let's say I went to a laboratory for a checkup. The result is not always what you expect. Like, it's like a generic response. Like, due to, let me say, this is a prevalence of malaria over here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
So this is a prevalence of certain diseases like malaria. It's very common over here. So any sickness you have now, you will likely find that they will associate it with malaria. So I have like, let me say you are feeling cold now. You went to your laboratory for a checkup or a hospital. The likely result will be like you have malaria, and that will be the end.
Yeah.
They may treat you for malaria for It's like you may be treated with malaria for another sickness. Like you have another sickness, but they are treating you for malaria, which is not wrong, which is wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
Other things that lack of equipment. I've gone to some hospitals like I'm studying biomedical science, like a medical laboratory course to diagnose. The aim of the course is to diagnose illnesses. So in our course of study, we visit hospitals and see how it runs there. Most times you don't have equipment. Poor equipment here are very poor, and they do management, they do manage equipment. Lack of equipment for some advanced cases. So that's the things I've seen, and also lack of qualified professionals. That's
So,
my
so how far away would you consider your healthcare center? Like roughly?
okay. How far away am I to a healthcare center?
Yeah.
Oh, the closest healthcare center to me would be like 30 minutes drive. Like a 30
And
minute
we
drive.
gotta ask, you live in a what would you consider an urban or a rural
Yeah,
area?
yeah.
You did?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
said-
No, it depends on the healthcare, like the level we are talking about.
Yeah.
So give me a minute.
I'll take the next question.
So if if I'm to if I'm to go for a high level healthcare centers we have, it will be like a 30 minutes drive. But for normal ones, or basic, just just a few minutes drive, like 5 minutes, I'll be there.
Oh, okay.
So
That's
in
not
urban
bad.
in urban areas we have healthcare centers, but most of them are like basic.
Are you subscribed to a private hospital or do you use the public hospital?
Public
Public.
over here, public is like the best.
Okay. So you mentioned that if you had to rate how much you trusted healthcare, you'd rate it a 4 out of 10. You mentioned the malaria and how they treat malaria for everything. What is another weakness of healthcare?
Like I said, poor equipment, and also lack of I know at least I know for over there you have ambulance services, right?
Yeah.
Like paramedics. It's very rare over here, or almost non-existent. So when you're having a serious function, or maybe let's say someone got shot or something, like those kind something happen. You find yourself taking the person, looking for a car or something to take the person to the hospital. And someone will come and no, it doesn't happen over here. So anything that happens to you over here, you have to personally take the sick person to hospital. You get-
How easy do you think it is to obtain like over-the-counter medicine?
Oh, it's very easy. Very easy. Like, I can just go out now. Do what I want.
He's talking. You just can't hear it.
If the dishes are
Do you mind resetting your microphone? It's a little bit hard to hear you.
Can you hear me?
yes, we can
Yeah.
hear you,
It just keeps cutting out while you're talking.
but it should be fine now.
I think it's a rain. It's raining heavily over here.
Here, let me see if I can turn down my video resolution to help the lag a bit. Let's see. I'm gonna do standard. Okay, and then let me do standard as well. All right. There we go. Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Okay, yeah, that's better. All right, continue.
Caleb, do you have another question?
Your location is a bit noisy.
Excuse me?
Your background is a bit noisy.
Oh, the background noise. Do you think you can do something about that there?
Derek, put in your earbuds.
Derek, just put your earphones.
Derek, just put in your earbuds.
Here, give me 1 second.
Yeah, sorry. Give us 1 minute.
I do deeply apologize for this. My phone audio should be better. I'm gonna join from here just to voice it, and we'll see from there.
Okay.
Join.
Hello, can you hear
Hello,
me?
can you hear me?
I can hear you right now. Wow. Okay. What's going on?
All right, hello. It should be better a bit now. Can you hear us?
It's better. It's better.
Yeah.
So that's the one I can remember for now. Maybe there are others, but one I cannot remember.
Okay, so you seem to be saying that there's a lot of like unqualified people in the healthcare system, right?
I won't say. Oh, yes.
How do you
That's
think
true.
that problem can be fixed?
It's actually a simple piece. If the government wants to do something about it, it's not something that an individual can. The government are working. Yes, sometimes I do see them doing some inspection, but like you said, corruption. That's corruption. So that's corruption. So most times you just leave it as it is.
So, how they dedicate funds and where they place them? Because a lot of the funding I've heard it goes to private hospitals rather than public hospitals.
No, over here, private hospitals are those that are owned by individuals. Like as I am now, I can just, if I have the certificate and other documentations, I can just build up a house and name it one hospital like that. That's a private hospital. But public hospitals are mostly government-owned institutions. So fundings most times go to public hospitals.
Oh,
That's
okay.
government hospitals. Yes, that's how we do it here.
Cindy, you want to ask the question?
Have you encountered any misinformation or myths about health and illness in your community?
I can't hear you properly. Your attempt is too fast. A bit slow.
Oh,
Slower
sorry.
and more loud.
Have you encountered like any misinformation or myths about healthcare or illnesses?
No.
What do you think are your biggest health issues in Nigeria?
Like, I don't understand. What do you say?
Most
What's the
common health issue.
You have to speak louder than mic.
Most common health issue in Nigeria. What do you think it is?
Oh, I think it's malaria. Yes, malaria is like a very big illness. Yeah. Even though most of we have some immunity against it, but it's a very huge something. Others are just mostly normal illness. You can let me say kidney, liver, other issues. But over here, malaria is a lot of things. Like this, I can count how many times I've suffered from malaria. And sometimes you get down for many days. If it's not treated properly, it can get worse. It's not something you can avoid. You just learn to live with it and adapt. That's it.
How do you guys?
What do you say?
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. How do you guys cater to the elderly population in Nigeria?
Well, the elderly population is mostly catered by their children and grandchildren. That's how we do it here. There's no home. I've not seen now, but I don't know if it even exists. Home of elderly people also, where they can just live. Over here, we cater for our grandma and grandpas. Like they stay at home, when they reach their 80s or 70s, when they are weak. So, in our culture, we have it like that. This thing that, okay, let me say it in English. When you train your child, time will train you back. So when you're 70, 60, 80, that age that you are now weak and fragile, that your children and your grandchildren will be the one to train you. And will be the one to cater for your needs. You'll be at home, they will just they'll be the one, they will not be like your guardian. That's it.
And then we wanted to know about accessibility and cost of healthcare. So for like health insurance, like NHS, how affordable is it?
We don't have health insurance here.
Okay.
So okay.
What
So
would be the replacement?
what do you say?
Louder. What would be the alternative to health insurance?
We don't have health insurance. What we have here is when you are sick, you go to hospital for treatment and you pay. Just
Okay.
as simple as that.
Is it affordable?
Uh-huh. It's the most common illness are affordable, but for serious ones, it's not an easy task. You will find yourself borrowing from your relatives, friends, to like, and when it's all from some serious, like let me say you need like you have like cancer, or let's say you have cancer. You need chemotherapy. Like you need to be going for therapy sessions. It's not an easy. Most families cannot afford it. Or you have kidney transplants. Most families here cannot afford it. So that it's not the healthcare price. Like when it's like a easy, like a very normal illness, it's affordable. But when it requires advanced treatment, you find yourself that most families cannot pay it. Yes, it's not affordable for high illnesses like serious illnesses. That's it. So if you have like basic like malaria is a very easy something to treat. If it's like when it's as it's when it's still change the symptoms, when it's not yet advanced, it's very cheap. Just it can cost you like $2 to get the medicine. Then you take it. Yeah, you'll be okay for after some days. But when you leave it for it to advance, to get it very expensive. That's it.
We had a question about disabilities and how people with disabilities are taken care of in the healthcare system.
Ask louder. Stop over here.
We had a question about disabilities and how people with disabilities are taken care of in the healthcare system.
Okay. Like in which specific area, like people like you mean disabilities like blind people?
People who are either crippled or blind.
Okay. Well, like I said, most times they get taken care of by their family. But for mad people, I don't think I'll hope that are insane that have mental illness, like they are mostly taken to a special care, like psychiatric hospitals. Yes, that's the special case because you cannot leave them. If you leave them, they can be dangerous. People with depression, bipolar disorders. So they have special places they take care of them. But for people with disabilities, like crippled people, blind people, amputees, they get taken care of by their family most times. 99% of the time, their family take care of them.
How do you think healthcare funding and resource allocation can be improved in Nigeria?
Okay. I don't know how you can for that. To be honest, I don't know how you can improve in Nigeria. I don't know how it can be improved. Nigeria, no. So many things is wrong over here that to improve a single thing, you have to like have a overall change in the system, how things work. So it's quite a more broader change for it to improve. That's all I can say. We have so many things wrong over here. The equipment, unqualified personnel, um, people that people that that don't have the certificate and they just open their own small healthcare clinic also. So there are so many things, and when you go to funding, so many middlemen, So if they say they have like $10,000 fund for a particular hospital, so before the thing will get and before they use it for all they have to use it for, you find that you find out that what reach the hand of the healthcare improvement will not reach that $10,000. It will be like very small, and you find that they will not make any substantial change. Everything remains. I'll just say corruption is very deeply rooted. That's all I can say. To be changed for things to for that to be an effective change and a visible improvement.
So, so just in general, how often would you say that you go in for like checkups or screenings, and like how affordable would that be?
It's actually affordable. Actually affordable. I've only gone. oh, I've only gone for a checkup once.
Oh, okay.
Okay, only once. So some people have gone many times. It depends. Some people have gotten more sick than I have. So I cannot. But it's actually affordable based on my knowledge most times. I will make a job.
So I had another question based on that. Because there's a lack of checkups, do you think that might lead to like lifestyle diseases? So like high blood pressure, things like diabetes.
So things like diabetes and high blood pressure. So what is the question about them?
Do you think that could be connected to a lack of checkups?
Yes, that's true. That's true. Diabetes actually is not. It's actually, how will I say it? So you can be connected, yes, because if you normally go to checkups, you find out as the early stage symptoms, you find it and you can treat it. But over here, most people normally go to when things get serious, they'll not start going for checkups. Maybe when you have gotten sick for 1 week, or when you faint, you now start going for checkup. So it's actually connected. People don't take checkup seriously. People don't take it seriously. So when you go when it's like they have no other options, they've exhausted other options, they now have to start going to the hospital for checkups to find out what's wrong.
How do you think cultural or social beliefs affect healthcare seeking in the community?
I don't understand your question.
How do you think cultural beliefs affect healthcare?
Cultural beliefs.
Like, are there
Okay.
people that
Okay.
would
Someone said something like other people that I didn't get that one.
so like for example, would people like rather go to like more traditional medicine or stuff like that? Would it affect the availability of people to get healthcare because they might like doubt modern healthcare or something like that?
Okay. I understand. Yes, traditional medicine over here is still strong. So some people still, mostly like our, let me say, our parents, people in their 40s, 50s, 60s. So they still believe in traditional medicine. It still works. It works. I will not lie. It works. But sometimes there are some things that doesn't require traditional medicine. You have to go for a proper checkup and proper treatment. Like malaria can be treated with traditional medicine. You do some herbal concoctions. So, and some cultures, and I don't let me not talk about religion. It also affects Doesn't affect. Some religious people don't believe they can get sick. Anything that happens, they'll start praying over it and believe that God will heal them. Why it shouldn't be like that? So I think culture and religion goes hand in hand. That's what I can say for now. So traditional medicine still works, depends on your culture. But these days, like people at my we call it Gen Z, like the current generation or so. They prefer modern medicine than traditional medicine. So popularity of traditional medicine is dwindling, it's reducing. So, but it works. But most times it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work for advanced cases, like we have some serious illness that have gotten past some stage. Yeah, it will not be like this. Like they'll not be doing for testing. You take a concussion, like a herbal mixture. It will not work. You go to another traditional doctor. So they will give you another one. You take it to not work. Why you should actually go to the hospital for a proper checkup and treatment. So that's it. The merit.
How common is telemedicine? Are they
Very
using?
uncommon. Very uncommon. Almost non-existent.
It's very uncommon,
Um,
even during
Huh?
like COVID-19 or pandemics.
COVID-19 didn't happen over here. There's a rumor that before COVID-19 can reach here, that it has already been killed by other sicknesses, like other diseases. So all those funding that you normally hear, they are funding for so COVID-19 vaccines, all those things. COVID-19 didn't happen in Nigeria, for real. At least I didn't see anybody that was affected, or I didn't even hear anybody that told me that someone or someone knows someone that the COVID-19 killed or the person got affected by COVID-19. So it didn't happen over here. I can't hear you.
Continue.
Uh,
The lifestyle diseases.
We asked
Yeah,
about it.
you asked about it.
And
Um,
Joe's.
Where old do you
do you
think that?
think?
Sorry, continue.
I actually want to ask a question.
What?
Okay.
Do you think? I'm actually my hand is actually. Okay, how will I say this now? Do you want another person to join? Someone wants to join you guys.
Sorry.
He's asking if someone wants to join us. Like,
Yes.
Who would like to join us?
hello?
I can hear. I said, can someone join you guys? Like,
It would depend on who it is who wants to join.
like
yes.
depends on who. Okay. I want to go. I want to learn something. I will give someone the phone now.
Oh,
What? I'm not hearing anything.
Hello.
Okay. I can hear you.
Okay.
Good.
you said there's someone you want to give the phone to? Oh, all right.
Good evening from over here.
Can you turn up your brightness?
That's the max brightness. Hey, how you doing?
Fine from over here. What of you guys?
Nice to meet you.
So
I said fine.
basically to hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
So what are you guys been discussing?
All right.
What are
So
you guys
basically, just to start off, we're 11th graders at a science and tech-based high school in the U.S. So we're doing this research on the Nigerian healthcare system because we're trying to see in what ways it can be improved. So basically, we've been just discussing different aspects, all the way from just like general health to insurance and like the different access and affordability. So y'all want to start off with some. So basically, what are your general views on the Nigerian healthcare system, and what do you think can be improved upon?
Okay, my general view is that the healthcare system actually depends on the area that you are from, like the basically place you are staying at. So, are you hearing me? Are you guys hearing me?
Yeah,
I think it actually depends on the place you are from. Basically where you're staying. Like those in the rural communities, they find it very hard to get an affordable healthcare system. Like basically, what you can see in the rural areas are mostly clinics, no advanced or standard healthcare system actually. So they basically deal off with clinics. Yeah, that's basically normal a standard clinic actually. Sure.
Are there any primary like NGOs or nonprofits in Nigeria?
I can't actually say I haven't seen of any NGOs over here, but we normally do study them about them here over here in schools actually, because we me and my friends we are actually students, so medical students to be precise. So like we normally hear and read about NGOs, but we haven't seen one actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all are medical students?
Oh, we are medical students, medical laboratory scientists actually.
Oh, that's very
Wait,
cool.
let's ask about what they're being
Yeah,
taught.
Yeah, because we saw a lot of there's different people we interviewed that said the healthcare students over there, since the government wasn't paying them well, that they after studying in Nigeria, they moved abroad to like different, maybe the U.S. or some European countries for a better pay and salary to like lead a better life. So, what is your opinion on that? And do you think the Nigerian government is doing enough to get y'all to stay?
That's basically what most people actually do over here. Like you study over here to get a certificate, then you can actually travel to get a better pay. Like the pay over here is not that of standard. Like you can't lead a very good life with the pay over here actually. So basically, I had a friend that moved over to the US last year actually. She just finished her nursing academics, like she finished her nursing course and traveled to over there in the US. So that's what basically everybody do over here. So I think what they say is actually right.
Yeah.
What type of what topics are you guys learning in medical school?
Uh, it's all encompassing. Like as a laboratory scientist, we learn different things actually. So we learn a lot over here. They do grind it well over here. Like we learn a lot
Like more
epidemiology.
specifically, what field are you working in? Like general practitioner or like any specific
Or like I think they said like laboratory.
laboratory?
Yeah.
Yeah, laboratory scientist, medical laboratory scientist.
That's true. So, do you know what the average like salary for someone in your field of study is in Nigeria?
Mm, the average pay actually depends on the place you are. Like over here in the urban, my seniors that have graduated are actually earning over 130,000 naira, which is equivalent to let's say $80 per month. So it's not that much. Yeah. It's not that
Dang,
much actually.
that yeah, that we can see why people would want to move to other countries after. Yeah, but
So how do you think the healthcare system can attract and like retain healthcare workers instead of them moving abroad?
Okay, we can start off with like I don't know. They say an increase in the salary can go a long way to help out mostly like a substantial increase there, additional palliatives to help in the in price of foodstuffs because currently now I think we are entering inflation, so the prices of goods and services is going on a long way, like it's skyrocketing. So I think with an increase in the current price for the employment section will go a long way to help out. And also reducing the prices of services and foods over here, actually, because that will help retain some people.
and that's about like private and public healthcare systems.
We asked some questions about that. I was gonna ask about like inflation and
Okay, yeah,
Naira value and how it affects their education. But I'll let her finish.
I didn't get you guys.
We
Yeah.
wanted to ask about inflation and Naira value, how that affects your education and like your payments.
Okay. Well, actually, the inflation has been very, very disastrous for us. Like, as a student now, we normally get picked up with what to eat. Like, since everything is basically pegged over dollar here, like an increase in dollar price exchange rate here basically affects every food and services over here. Like, a long way, it affects everything. So we are finding it hard over here to survive as students. Actually,
Okay.
Because there was also another student that said that due to inflation, their money wasn't worth as much, so they weren't able to like eat food on a regular schedule every day. So we can
yeah,
see how it may be pretty hard.
yeah, life as a student here due to inflation is very, very pretty hard. Like, very, very pretty hard. So we normally eat 3 times a day, like as a student, sometimes 2 times, but now basically we even find it hard to eat once a day as a student over here. Like, it's very, very hard for us over here due to that an increase in prices this year. Like, it's a dollar now is costing over 1,700 naira. So we are finding it hard to survive over here since everything is pegged over the dollar. So I think it's very, very hard for us over here as students actually. I don't know for others, but as students it's hard.
So what would you say are some of the strong points of the Nigerian healthcare system?
If any.
I don't get you. I didn't get you.
Strong points or strengths of Nigeria healthcare.
Okay, the strength
Like, what do you think?
healthcare is I think it's in our academical system, like what we learn over here, like we learn a lot. They really treat us, really teach us well over here. So I think in terms of learning, that's the strong point of Nigerian academical system actually.
We wanted to know how you think they can improve or what some of the weaknesses are.
I think they can improve by like I think they can improve by increasing the prices of salaries, like the salaries that they are paying out to most people. They can improve starting from there and building up yeah an advanced hospitals here. It's not like the normal regular ones that we see, and actually reducing the cost of treatment in most public hospitals. Actually, I think that will go a long way for the meantime. Actually.
You want to introduce our general.
Okay. You can do it. You haven't spoken too much. All right. So our idea is we want to link the three layers of hospitals basically. and make sure the hospitals are more coordinated. So we're trying to set up a system where they can get in contact with each other. And yeah, uh, and input. You can input information on your symptoms and stuff, and it'll basically connect all the hospital layers and allow you to have a more efficient
Yeah,
system.
I didn't get you. I didn't get you.
So basically, we just want to, since all the hospitals there are pretty separated and non-unified, our idea was to have a system that they can easily implement that would give you, like, for example, if you were sick and you had symptoms of malaria, you put that either to the app or like a physical kiosk. It'll give you a general like diagnosis, like for example, maybe you have malaria, and then give you some basic treatment options, and then also offer you a list of nearby hospitals. And hospitals will have the app too, so it'll be able to report on how busy the hospital is and if they can treat that type of illness. So that once you click on the thing, you could choose where you want to get treated. It will send your information to the hospital, so they have everything already.
I
So
think it's. I think that's. I actually think it's a great idea. Um, I think it's a great idea coming from you guys. Like, my friend is a tech bro. Like, he normally programs for Android. So I've also spoken to him about the idea actually. Like, I've spoken to him. That's a great idea if it will be feasible. You understand?
yeah,
If you guys can actually make it work. So I think it will go a long way in the Nigerian healthcare system. I think it's a great idea.
thank you. We appreciate your feedback. And do you think there's anything we can add or improve upon to make it like more tailored for the Nigerian healthcare system?
I think is to get the necessary approvals actually, like meeting up with the hospitals and all the rest. Like, most of them won't find it a feasible one if they can't profit off it. So I think it's all comes down to how much and how willing you guys are willing to try to make it work actually. But it's a very, very good idea. It's a
So
very good
basically,
idea.
our idea for the hospitals to make because we thought about this aspect too. So our idea was, for example, if your hospital only has about 80% capacity and a nearby one is over capacity at like 120%, the hospital that is under capacity will be able to take capacity from the other hospital. So we're hoping to get all the hospitals running at like peak efficiency instead of one that is under capacity and one's over. So that will be able to hopefully make them more profit, as the under capacity ones will also have like more people going to it.
Most people, most doctors or hospitals won't find it easy to get with. Like, most of them won't agree to being overcapacitated. Like, they will still want to retain the patients even though they are not offering any health care. There is no services currently going on because they are overcapacitated. They won't likely see it go to the one that is not functioning efficiently or effectively currently, like the one that is undercapacitated over now. So they will likely want that patient to come over to their own hospital and with false information that they'll likely upload to the server. So if you guys can have a system that will likely monitor the patient's list in the hospital, that will also help.
Yeah,
You understand?
because that was part of our goal too. Our goal was to like unify the healthcare system to make it easier for people to be able to like know where they're going, and two, to also organize patient data better. As one of our other people that we're interviewing said, most of the public hospitals have patient records on paper, whereas some of the private hospitals have them on computers. So if they can all input it on computers and someone was moving, for example, from like Lagos, Nigeria to like Ketu or something, they would be able to transfer patient records a lot more secure and easier.
Yes. The person actually made a very good point actually. So it all boils down to having all these old old doctors and old nurses in place with
I think they lagged out.
your miracle
Hello, can you hear us?
to yes, I can hear you guys.
Okay.
I I mean that having them adapted to modern medicine, modern means of information and data storage will go a long way because most of them like the old stuff, like paper and pen, you understand? So most of them don't like the computer means of storage. So if you guys can actually get them to adapt, that will also help.
Yeah. So basically, just to recap, um, so you like the basis of our idea, but you think the more difficult part would be trying to get the different hospitals to integrate this solution, correct?
Yes, yes, that's what I actually meant.
So yeah, that's pretty much all the questions for today. We do appreciate you and your
Ah,
friends' feedback.
okay,
Do you
okay.
have
Thank you.
Yeah, do you have any comments that we haven't mentioned yet that you would like to mention?
No, no, no. I don't have any more to say. I think you guys I already have it off the record. Like you guys are doing great and a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. We really appreciate it. We all really appreciate it, and um, we will contact you or your friend later to in order to pay y'all. So yeah,
Okay.
thank you, and all the best
Thank
to
you.
y'all. Yeah,
Thank you.
good
Thank you very
luck.
much. Good luck
You're
too.
welcome. No problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Malala I'm late today. Jesus. On the go.
Don't please.
I don't think.
Eh? Don't please. Don't they go? Make I drop my stuff. What time is it? Go in here after this. How you go?